chers petits observateurs, j'ai beaucoup de chance parce que nous avons le créateur et le designer de l'Ocean FISKER. Alors ça va se faire en anglais, mais vous allez sur la petite roue crantée et vous demandez subtitle et vous allez avoir la traduction. Hello, Mr. FISKER.
Hi, how are you? Good to see you.
Fine, nice to meet you. We are in front of your last creation, the Ocean. Why this name of Ocean for this car?
You know, it came up because we wanted to make the world's most sustainable car. And one of the things we wanted to use was recycled plastic from the plastic bottles you take out of the ocean. And suddenly somebody said, why don't we call it the Ocean? And we said, great name, FISKER Ocean. We checked it out. Nobody had called a car FISKER, an Ocean before. So that's how the name came out.
Okay, another thing very important that I learned before. This car is produced with Magnaster in Europe. It's not coming from Asia, or it was one of your ideas at the beginning?
Yeah, so we basically decided we wanted to have a high quality car right from the beginning. And we were working together with Magna, and we talked with Magna about them producing the car. And for those who don't know, Magna makes Mercedes, BMW, Toyotas, so they know, and they even made a Peugeot at one point in time. So they know how to make high quality cars. So Magna also owns a little stake in FISKER. Yeah. So we have a very good partnership, and this car actually just came from the factory in Magna.
Okay, that's cool. It's an European car, in fact.
European car, you could say. We're an American car company, but the car is made in Europe, in Austria.
Okay, so for people who know you're a great designer, you used to work for Aston Martin, I know FISKER Karma, you hear from it. And could you tell us about the design of this car? What was your idea with this, because it's an SUV, and some key elements for you from the style, from the design of this car that you can explain to the audience?
So I think what's very important was, of course, making an SUV means we wanted to make a car that was usable every day. And a lot of
family car.
Yeah, I mean, people are moving to SUVs because they just are very convenient. You can fit a lot of luggage, people, everything else. But I wanted to make something that was a bit of a feel from a sports car, because I love sports cars. So it has very slim headlamps, as you can see here. Almost looks like little crystals in there. And then it's got very, very sculptured fenders with very large wheels, 22-inch wheels optional.
It's very large,
and 20-inch is standard, but you can see there's a lot of sculpture on the body side, but it's very clean. You know, it's not a cluttered. And then it's a very sporty look here. Even these little windows, we call them doggy windows because they actually roll down, so the dog can sniff out.
What is this? It is the side lamps?
This is actually an indicator. It's just on permanently, but it's actually for trucks, so a truck can see when they're sitting high up. They can see it, so it's a little bit of a safety feature. We got very thin tail lamps, because I love thin tail lamps. I did on Aston Martin, the BMW Z8 and so on. And this window actually also rolls down electrically.
Ah, that's cool. So I can just open this.
You can just open the window and you can hang in long parts in the vehicle. You can see it's got a very, very kind of wide stance, a very solid stance. So it has a bit of a sports car feeling with a roof coming back. But it's got a lot of interior space. You can easily fit
Let's go inside.
people. Let's go inside. Voila, so here we are.
You work also on the inside?
Yes, but we have a design team led by a female.
Cool.
So this is how it normally would be when you drive the car. You have the large screen here. One of the things I do like is to have a few real buttons here. So we do have some real buttons here that you can use without having to look at the screen. But then, of course, we got a big 17.1-inch screen. It's one of the highest resolution screen in the world for a car. And you can see we got very large navigation map here. Up here we got the virtual view, really for the ADAS system.
Do you think today it's to have this big screen with a nice entertainment and all the function is also important of the design of the car? I think, do we need the customer is needing to have something at the top?
I think the customer like to have these big screens now. They got used to it. It's very convenient also for us because we can keep updating and changing and giving you new features versus if you have to make new buttons all the time, it's very difficult and you can only do it once every 2 or 3 years. So this year we can update every 3 months with something new. It also allows us to put multiple things in here. Here, for example, you see the charging. You've got 630-kilometer range. In the next view here, you see the solar charging.
Is it effective? It works?
It works, yeah, it works. And you can see live how much, you can see weekly, monthly, yearly, and lifetime.
Okay, thank you just for this.
And And then,
but you are a designer.
Yeah.
I mean, for you, are you looking also for the design?
Yes,
of the
yes.
different
We
parts?
design all these little icons.
You are looking for the
Yes. Yeah. We have a team of 40 people doing only this. We design every little button. All this has to be done.
So you work with them and say, oh, I like this one, or I don't like this one.
I sit in the car and I go, well, I think this has to be. So these were very small in the beginning. I said, we got to make them bigger.
Okay.
And I don't like the way that is. I think we need to do it a little bit different. And you know, maybe this one here for the home button, said, let's do a little Fisker button here.
What is this button, Fisker?
This is the home button.
It's called you directly?
It's the home button. It basically means you get back to where you were, and it also used to turn the screen. We also came up with some other things like, you know, a lot of car makers, they put the phone in here. And we say, you know, you want to see the phone. So we have 2 inductive chargers here.
Yeah.
And then in here, we also said, you know, look, we like to sometimes eat in the car. In America.
That's very American.
So, you know, it's very American.
It's like in a plane.
So it's like in a plane. So you can also put your computer here, your phone, or whatever you want. So that's something a little new that no other car have.
Yeah, the car is really coming the office, the home.
It's becoming the office.
Yeah.
And then the other thing we did, we said, okay, what about the passenger? We always use this for the glove compartment, but here we have another tray that you can use.
Yeah.
And then the glove compartment actually is underneath the seats. So down here, there's a little compartment. You have to turn the button.
Yeah.
Turn it, and then you can open it. But the reason we put it down there is because you put papers and then you never look at it. So why have it? Up here you can see the solar. So we actually see the little strings that are attaching the solar panels. So we wanted to show the technology. We also have a digital rear view mirror, so you can see.
Cool, yeah. You can change it normally if you want.
No, this is only goes on and off.
Yeah.
And so basically we just have that because we are saying, you know what, you can always see out, you know. So we try to come up with some new ideas. You can also see at the back, in the center, if you put down the center. In the center.
Coudoir, on dit,
yeah, take that one down, yeah. And then you see you can control from the rear the air condition, the sound, and also on the side of the side over there you can see some buttons, so you can actually change the angle of the. You see how you change the, so you can actually be really comfortable in the rear as well.
Mr. Fisker, last question, because I like this product. But you were the first with the Fisker camera, it's before Tesla. What did you learn with that story? Because you were I mean, you understand everything before.
Yeah,
what did you learn about this story?
First you have to always be at the right time in the market.
Yeah,
and we were too early out. You know, nobody cared about sustainability. We had vegan interior, like we had recycled materials. We had recycled wood. Nobody cared. But it was a sexy car, and we did sell it to a lot of celebrities, etc. Yeah. I think the second part was when you get in the car industry, you need a lot of money. We were private at the time, and it was very difficult because we raised money, then the economy was bad, we couldn't get money. So at this time, we went public on the New York Stock Exchange, and we have raised close to $2 billion. So we have enough money, not only
for FISKER OCEAN and
for getting the car to market, to build up our service network.
$2 billion.
Yeah. So we are now, you know, we learned a lot. Also, at the time of Fisker Camera, we had dealers. We decided not to have any dealers because we cut a lot of costs. So you order our car online, you buy it on our website, it takes a couple of minutes. And then we will you can pay a little extra, we deliver the car at home. Or
if I've got a problem, someone told me,
we pick it up.
You will send someone
We either have a mobile service or we send somebody to pick up the car and just take it for service. So we don't want you to have any hassle. It's a whole new way of
very important
taking care of people in a very customer focused way. We also have a flexible lease where you can lease the car and give it back anytime. You don't have to keep it for 3 years. You can give it back after 2 months, 3 months, whatever you want.
That's cool.
So that's also for, I think a lot of younger people don't want to own a car.
How much does it cost? Well, do you have an idea of the price?
The base car is 41,900 euro in France.
41,000.
Yeah. Without the discount of the 7,000 that is introduced.
And with the luxury one, with everything?
The full luxury, like here with solar roof, everything is 69,000.
69.
With the biggest battery. So this version have 630 kilometer range. The base model have 440 kilometers. It still has a glass roof, but no solar. It still has the big screen, but in the base model, you cannot turn the screen like you can here. So it will sit like this here, standard. So of course, there's a few things, but it's still, you know, this here is 4-wheel drive with 540 horsepower. So it does 0 to 100 kilometers now in 3.9 seconds, like a sports car.
I've got the last question. Are you coming with other product in the range of Fisker? They will have the Ocean, or are you?
We are coming with another car for under $30,000, and then we are coming with a supercar, call it the successor to the Fisker Karma, which will be an amazing, beautiful, sexy vehicle that is called Project Ronin.
Project Chrono. Yeah.
And it comes after the movie with Robert De Niro that was filmed in France. They have great car chases in that movie.
Like Jean Reno aussi, I remember.
Yeah, it was quite...
And so why do you use that name, Project Chrono?
That was because they had such a great car race. It's one of my favorite movies. And I thought about this when I was designing this kind of... We call it Project Ronin.
Cool. Thank you, Mr. Fisker. It was very interesting. We learned a lot. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Good luck for the car.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time. Tu voulais ajouter quelque chose, Julien, ou pas?
Non, mais c'est super intéressant. Et je savais pas que l'écran bougeait comme ça. Alors c'est du gadget.
Ça me rappelle un peu la Ford Mustang quand même.
Je m'attendais pas moi qu'elle soit en guillemets si
peu cher.
Abordable.
Ouais, la première 41 000.
C'est ça, moi j'avais vu que les tarifs avec tout le truc qui était les 70.
C'est un pro, il parle super bien de sa voiture. Je sais pas que j'aurais mis les sous-titres. Mais je trouve qu'il l'explique très bien. Et tu as vu, bon ben là, il s'était un peu planté avec l'autre. Comme il dit, j'avais pas assez d'argent, on n'est pas arrivé au bon moment. Là, il y a des trucs. C'est sympa, tu vois. Là, ça apporte de la valeur.
Je renvoie, parce qu'en fait, on a refait un peu la vidéo de Laurent Schmitt. Si vraiment vous intéressez à l'histoire, parce que c'est bien retracé, il y a une vidéo entière sur la fameuse Karma qui n'a pas marché avec Tesla et tout.
Super. Allez.
Good job.